Guess who's back? Back again. SG's back. Tell your friends. SG's back. SG's back. SG's back. Actually, I just popped in to say hello. See how people are doing. I noticed Bob was live earlier. I'm telling you, I'll wait till there's a couple more people here. All right. So in the beginning, um, I actually, we're all allowed to make mistakes. We're all allowed to make mistakes. And I'm not saying that it was a mistake that I did, see that it was that it was, all right. The way that Sharon can come off sometimes is a lot nicer than how I think her mind works. You know what I mean? Like her mind works in a way of just know, like as if, what is it? Like if you've got a damaged prefrontal cortex, and you have no concept of repercussions of your actions. Even like, the whole jailhouse stuff, and the stealing cars, and the cattle prodding, all of that didn't seem like anything that there was any remorse about. There's no remorse there. Now, based on the fact that Bobbles had said she's quitting smoking, right? And there was people who would say, sure she is. But now we've watched her do live streams for hours upon hours. Now, don't get me wrong. I've, dealt with crap from many people in the community. I'm just saying that I do believe that people can, you know, learn every day and try to be different and try to be better, whether it's for themselves. And then, it starts with yourself, actually, right? I mean, I haven't seen her smoking cigarettes, is my point. So what I'm witnessing here is, somebody who's, and I'm just basing this on the smoking the cigarettes thing, okay? That's what I'm basing it on. Somebody who is trying to do something better for themselves, and then somebody on the flip side who is excused for their behavior because of their addiction, so they maintain their addiction, so they stay in their addiction knowing that they're excused for it by that. Which, really, it's neither here nor there to me. Like, if she still uses, or Bobble still smokes or doesn't smoke, um, but the bottom line is, it is getting really old. You know what I'm saying? Like Sharon will come on, and every night it's the same, same. It is the same. She never like went back to what she initially tried to start her channel for. She just continues on with this thinking she's like putting out breaking news. When I said I used my brother's avatar before, there's 34 people in here within 5 minutes, and not one of you can say hello. Is that for real? So am I to assume that you're all participating in trying to isolate somebody? Am I to assume that? Could you imagine 35 people running to a restaurant? Hi, Missing Loyalty. Running to a restaurant and sitting there for however long it took, not ordering anything to try to convince a chef they didn't, or a restaurant that they didn't want to eat their food. And them not realizing that they're really, because a view is a view. I mean, not that I'm about views or anything, but I come from the time where, there was no YouTube. Like somebody could come on, like, thank you, Mr. Murphy. Yeah. And you order something, and it's the best food you ever ate. And on the house, on the house, because I appreciated your order so much, right? I mean, but I do come from the time with AM radio, believe it or not. I know, AM radio. My first car actually had an AM FM converter. But where there was talk radio, thank you, Miss Loyalty. I appreciate that. And so talk radio without interaction doesn't intimidate me. You know what I'm saying? It's like 70 years listening is fine by me. Hi, lady from the Hamptons. No, you're not blocked. I didn't know you ever were blocked. I don't know why I would have blocked you. I didn't know you were blocked. I know. I was just trying to like give a like an example of, well, I wasn't going into the overhead for the restaurant. Obviously, I'm not a restaurant. I was just trying to give an example of, you know, but you're right. It is different because basically I'm not intimidated. If it was a restaurant, they'd be sitting there wondering why are all these people sitting here not ordering. Where with AM radio and talk radio, people were, fine with just talking, and they really didn't even know if people were listening to their show back then. So Yeah, lady from the Hamptons. You see that you're not blocked, right? It's funny. I always think that lady from the Hamptons is lady from London, but they're not. They're two different people, I guess. But I do think that a lot of it is that. Hi, Simka. Hello. When I was little, I called in the or AM talk show before, wondering why they wouldn't send the Shah of Iran back to Iran if he was dying of cancer anyway, and if that would like release the hostages. Right, is AM radio still going? Probably is. I probably could get a job on AM radio. Oh my god, I know, bananas. I love PBS. But you guys know that already. You guys know a lot of stuff about me, practically, I guess. I'm a pretty much an open book. Yeah, the banana. What a good luck. But I do see, that there's quite a bit of, and in actuality, um, people who are confident with themselves, like that, I mean, I don't know if I'd say eating a banana is confident, other than, just trying to imply something, and then I saw the foot and the leg behind the head. I mean, I probably could do it if I wanted to. I never quite aspired to put my leg behind my head. It was never really required. Oh, that's right. I heard about that. What's this? My God, I don't even know why people would move to Florida. There's so many hurricanes. It seems like you would fix one thing and then next thing, like if you had like an awning or some kind of a covering over something, um, that next thing is blowing off. And again, does it seem like, is it just me or does it seem like there's more hurricanes in Florida now than there used to be? I didn't like those palmetto bugs. Swear to God, one time there was monkeys in the trees. I don't care what anybody tells me. There was monkeys in the trees. Your grandmother's 96. Oh, are you in Florida, something? Oh, you moved after being there 50 years. Yeah, pool cages. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like, those things can blow up. Grew up by the Space Coast. You mean like kissing me and stuff? Tell you what, though, I certainly wouldn't want to live where they're always having the twisters, you know? Cyclones. Remember that? The space shuttle, you know you're welcome here, lady from the Hamptons. Anybody's welcome here, really. Yeah, are you in the path of it? How long ago did she lose her spouse, Miss Morrison? I know, Simca, the other night I noticed that you had mentioned something about like you used to love your house, but now since your husband died, you don't as much, and I felt really bad. Like it's such a catch 22 of like being with somebody for so long. I always talk about everyday things, lady from the Hamptons. Oh, hi, Patricia. A lot of times, lady from the Hamptons, we're just in here practicing our dance routine. For the big dance in the CWC musical. 96. Wow. Imagine. That would have made her born when? Sorry, guys. I'm not so great at math. Quick math? Nah. Yeah. Moonwalk with the glide. We come out like zombies, like on skates. Listen, if it was on skates, like maybe roller skates, I'd be able to do, but highly doubt the dancing. If it was ice skates, absolutely not. I'd be holding the wall. If you guys like, if we were doing like some ice skating thing where we're all in a row, and I guarantee you right now, you guys would be like, she's holding us back. She's no good. How did she even get in this? And you know what? Instead, I was thinking like, instead of I'd like to wear spandex again for this dance. I can't ice skate either. Instead of the rockets, we'll be the walkettes, and we'll be like, with our walkers coming out there, banging them for music. We use them to dance around and stuff. Uh, well, 96 years old. Oh my gosh. I can't imagine being 96 years old. I can't imagine being 55 years old, and I am 55. Hey, lady from the Hamptons, you want to join into our dance routine? 1927. Wow. watching everything change. I bet she's got some great stories to tell, Missing Murphy. Did you ever wear spandex? I never wore spandex. You know why? I just didn't have the buff for it. I really feel like when I was like waiting in line for when they were handing out butts, somebody yelled my name, and then I turned around and my butt got on my gut. I got spandex and roller skates. You do? You guys are fucking styling. My favorite spandex wearer of all times was Olivia Newton-John, of course. I mean, she sported those. Were they spandex even? Like, remember? She was all like, "Tell me about it, stud. I got you, they're multiplying." We didn't love Grease. You know, now if I watch Grease, I actually cry. I know it's ridiculous. I cry because when I was, young and going to see it, I think I saw it like, oh my God, so many times, even at the movie theater. Uh, I had such thoughts for the future, you know, and then I don't know, I watch it now and I'm like, I went to Florida on a school trip. Can you believe that? It was a field trip to Florida from Massachusetts on the bus. You wore spandex? Oh, what concert was it? Two Kids on the Block? I got you, the multiplying. Oh my God, no. We drove those teachers crazy. It was a long bus trip. We really drove those teachers nuts. We had fun though. We were so goofy when we were in seventh grade. We just laughed about everything. At first, when I was like the first, like I wanted to go home. I wanted to go home. Send me money, fly me back home. You know, but then it was okay after. I'll never forget it. The topiary bushes, and then we went to a good night, lady from the Hamptons. Warren, okay. Warren. Trying to think what they sang. Didn't they do like cherry pie? She's my cherry pie. Hi, Munchie. I'm ready to bury the hatchet with you, even though your your avatar offends me. Maxine is going down. Don't say I didn't ever do anything. How's Maxine going? I'd rather see SV go down. No, I'm just kidding. Not see her go down. Like, not like that. A plot twist. Yeah, even though I don't like your avatar, but the only reason why I used my brother's avatar up here was to show the resemblance between Munchie and my brother. Because obviously Munchie is me. Pam and Crystal is Maxine. We know, Munchie, we know. No talk like that. I'd love it if you'd change your avatar. That would be so awesome. She's my cherry pie. Oh, oh. Isn't that what they say when they do like meditation? A plot twist. Well, nobody's tomorrow is guaranteed, and just tired of the arguing. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even looked at Crystal Love lately. I don't even know if she's whatever character she is this week. I've noticed that. I'd love it if you change your avatar though. Maybe you could put the banana picture in there. She's my cherry pie. Ooh, I'm not looking at that. I don't want to see her exposed. Anyhow, we went to Florida on a field trip, and we had a very cute tour guide named Ronnie Kim, whatever his name is. I never know what happened to him. He was very handsome, but I was, a seventh grader. We did go to Disney. We went to Disney, and we had these. I don't know. Well, a little chubby. Yes, if you look up the Maxine Lapidus videos, in my opinion, and listen to the voice, it's the same voice as Crystal. Which I find it weird that if it is her, which I think it is allegedly, that I don't know why she would, be messing around with YouTube. I like pork chops. I like pork chops. Remember lamb chop? Sherry Lewis and lamb chop? She must be dead by now, right? I like lamb chop. She has passed away. Has there? Did you see my comment to you? Big Bang beef waffle taco. See, Big Bang beef taco would be good, but I don't know what the waffle is about. I don't want a waffle with my taco. But I did put that. Sorry if I came off kind of rude and impolite. Ah, I do recollect though when I was young and there was a snowstorm that the snow would be like, when they would plow it, it was like big old, king of the mountain, I'm king of the mountain standing on the snow. There's a beef waffle taco. I mean, I love tacos. Let's not pretend. I'm assuming you're using that name because you know of my love of tacos. No, sir, just kidding. The food. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I remember like sitting, waiting by the radio or the TV, waiting to see if school was canceled. And, it was like, then they would always, get us with that having to make up the snow days at the end of the year, like for summer in the summer. They would always get us with that. Like I remember when the teachers went on strike for Proposition 2.5, I think it was. And the teachers went on strike, and for like maybe 2 weeks or whatever it was, we still had to go to school. Um, oh, really? Wow, Cynthia, see, that's global warming, right? Yeah, El Nino. What's LV? US has had much colder than normal summer and not warmer. Hey, it was really bad a couple of years ago, the summers. My fun fact, like the fun facts, fun facts. Oh, Louis Vuitton. See, I just don't even know about. Oh, she has two Louis Vuitton purses. Probably got them from Savers or something. From Savers. That's the thrift store around here. Are you back in Florida now, something? What's a steamer truck? They make clams? Have you heard of Savers, Nepatrish? Canal Street. She is a New Yorker. See, I don't watch her much. She's from Pennsylvania, is what I believe. Crystal Love is. Oh, trunk. Okay. Okay. I know, right? It does. It does do you dirty. One time I said, "You, my chin, tonight." But it wasn't, that wasn't what I was trying to talk to Cactus. That was not at all. Thank God I didn't even hit send. Thank God I didn't hit send. Oh, I didn't know they have thrifting videos. I don't know who you are, Munchie. I just wish you'd change your avatar. We all know I'm hideous. We all know I'm hideous. Looking like my dad more than I ever thought. The unfortunate camera flip. You're evidently somebody quick with a screenshot. Really, Nepetros? That's interesting. Well, you could keep the name. You could change it to a better picture of me. I'm sure you could find a better picture of me. Why, thank you, Cynthia. It looks kind of like my brother. I've seen my brother going around too as Mr. Sister or something. Munchie looks gross and you look cute. See, Munchie, wouldn't you rather look cute? I never saw Warrant in concert, believe it or not. Even though I've seen so many concerts, I've never seen Warrant in concert. I never climbed through anybody's bedroom window. Like I would ever do that. It was, like the common area, the back hall. I never climbed through somebody's bedroom window. And that picture that she's got up of my house is an old picture, and that isn't me standing on the porch. I think it's an umbrella from like a table. I'm not sure. Good night, Munchie. Next, you can work on Sharon's channel. uh, my patience is getting better with age. Actually, I probably always had a lot of patience because I was a bartender, you know what I mean? Yeah, I surprise myself sometimes. I surprise myself sometimes. uh, I've been trying not to do commentary and trying to not, trying to be more appreciative of blessings as opposed to stressing, you know? Trying. I'm trying to keep a positive attitude, and I think we did have a cooler than average summer. At night, it's like really cold. But I did say in a comment to you, e-beggars, that I'm sorry if I seemed impolite to you the other night in my chat. I just was getting aggravated at being called a liar and somebody like thinking that everybody is like everybody else. Everybody's is different. Everybody's different, and um, and that's good. Thank you. It did seem really hot in Philly this summer. I mean, you and temperatures could meet up. I've been to Pittsburgh before. I liked Pittsburgh. I went on the incline. I liked Pittsburgh. Really? What do you guys think of that? What's it called? The Philadelphia or was it the Manhattan Project? Where that ship like disappeared and then reappeared, and I heard Philadelphia has gotten really bad. I heard that they actually stole like the what's it called in Pittsburgh? The mall there, that they sold that at for like $1 or something. I watched one of those nature cams, like a trail cam. I think it was from Pennsylvania, and there's quite a few animals there, like different animals and everything. I don't know what I'd ever do if I was out on a. Well, I was out hiking one day, and a bear came out of the woods. Oh, Kensington, what a shame! What a shame! I feel like they're doing some kind of experiment on that place, like William Penn. Is that who that's like about? Or William Penn? Isn't that where Eastern Penitentiary is in Pennsylvania? Look at me, the history buff. What's weird though is I don't know much about him, about William Penn. He's got like a whole state kind of named after him, kind of, right? And yet, wow, in 1 year, almost. What a shame. What a shame for all the property owners and people who bought houses there and thought that was going to be like where they, had their house and could leave it for their kids or anything. I mean, what a shame. What a shame. I just can't imagine that the country isn't, more, there's just not enough resources, I don't think. I think that then you read about Joyce Myers making over $306,000 a day. And you're like, what is she doing with that? I just gotta wonder, does she do anything like back for the you know, does she like contribute anything to the society? Where did they go, Simca? You would? Oh, that's pretty nice of you. It is so sad. And everybody is somebody's kid. I mean, when they don't try to find out who, like, a body is, and they're just like fine with putting it as like a Jane Doe or a John Doe without trying to figure out who it is. That always bothers me because when somebody's kid runs away, or not even runs away, just goes disappeared, goes missing. They're quick to say, "Oh, they probably ran away," and then when they find like a body that they don't identify, they're like, "Oh, it's a Jane Doe or a John, John Doe," and then they usually end up like, you'd think now that they're with the DNA and everything, they, instead of waiting for people to run their own DNA and check out who their family members are and everything, you'd think that they would use the DNA to solve cases before people's parents have passed away and let them have some kind of closure, you know? Yeah, but the way places look sometimes, I was driving through where I grew up, the area where I grew up, the actual streets that I grew up on, and it had nothing to do with any like businesses closing down or anything. Um, I know, not Patrish. It doesn't even like, and but in the meantime, though, they're closing down mental health facilities, and they just keep going on with this needle exchange program. Yeah, it does, but it doesn't even reach the people. And then there's people who aren't even drug addicted or anything, that are just regular people. And with the cost of rent going up, and like you said, um, even though our bills are going up and everything's going up, but it just doesn't seem to be going back into the communities, you know? But sometimes it's, the people that are there, like, uh, I don't know. It's hard to, like, ever, like, really say anything because, people feel a certain kind of way. But I just know that the street that I grew up on didn't look like that before. And it was a nice little, you know, nice street. And it didn't look that way. And, you know, but we're not allowed to talk about it because we got to keep, sometimes pretending that issues lie somewhere else when sometimes they actually, you know, I just think that the ball gets dropped quite often. Um, with certain things, I can remember when I just, yeah, yeah, blight. And that blight isn't necessarily that it's, always poverty. It's sometimes people that just, they don't really give a shit, they don't give a shit. They're like, you know, like, wow, I mean, there's problems that are pretty obvious, but the, I mean, let's not beat around the bush, I mean, Detroit problems during the time that all of that stuff happened and the Chambers brothers and all that stuff. We know that White Boy Rick is one of their main, characters in their whole, drug problem and this and that. But we also know that the Chambers brothers and the, what was it, the mayor of that city, is that who it was? Coleman something. And then there was the head of the police that was in, Beverly Hills Cop. I mean, suddenly now it's, I mean, yeah, it's also, things like riots when they're burning places down and they're expecting that everything, where's the money supposed to come from to rebuild all that destruction? Look at Seattle. Look at, you know, and they've destroyed places where people, lived and who's supposed to fix all that? Who's supposed to fix all that over George Floyd? I mean, I'm not trying to sound any kind of way. I'm really not. I know it'll be like misinterpreted because but I am a staunch advocate for repealing and fixing the qualified immunity doctrine. Um, yeah, they're still trying to recover. Still trying to recover. and that Chaz Chop and how they destroyed the area. And I mean, just, I'm not even trying to be any kind of way. What I'm saying is if people aren't, angry about the qualified immunity doctrine, and they're thinking that it's a color issue, it isn't. It's the qualified immunity doctrine. Um, that's what caused, you know, officers getting away with thank you, by the way. I don't usually put out people's names or anything, but I do want to say thank you to that person. Um, Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. Anyway, I just appreciate you guys. I appreciate being able to come on YouTube, social media, and talk to you guys about stuff and issues that are for you know foremost in our minds. Yeah, they have nothing to do with justice. You're exactly right, Simka. They have nothing to do with justice. It was an injustice what was done to those cities. And like, who's supposed to fix them now? And basically, pretty much the percentage of um, cities like Camden, um, Seattle, Detroit, a lot of the cities that you could go back and look, and it had something to do with riots going on that put it into the position that it's in. You know, this is a big country. We got to think about where's all the money going to come to, you know, fix these things. And when you go around destroying them, pretty hard to get back on track. It really is. I mean, it's the same as if like a person owned a home and then all of a sudden there was a natural disaster and it got destroyed. And even if you own a car and even if you have insurance, half the time they end up giving you less than what your car was worth. It's very hard to get back on track when something gets destroyed, but being immune from their actions, the police officers knew that but I'm just saying that, but they did start families in areas that they probably didn't even think they would be riot prone. But that was, that whole thing. And when I see that there was actual, because I'm not a prejudiced person, so it's hard for me to wrap my head around, you know. But then again, if there's if there's after hours bar, right? There's an after hours bar, which is illegal, right? And it's illegal, and it's illegal. And then you get mad, but then again, when right, none of them were peaceful, especially when they're shouting, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. I know, Nepatrish. Ain't that something? Isn't that something? How sad is that for them? How sad is that? I feel so badly for, that Jennifer who said that, these ladies are just practicing their routine, their dance routine. I feel so badly that she got given such a hard time because she really wasn't. Um, well, we really weren't even here, like talking about anything other than like a dance off. We were just being silly here. So there really was nothing that she was doing wrong other than being in, like a different chat. But I did hear that Sharon had also texted Missing Loyalty and told her to stay at SG. So it seems like to me, people don't even really need to be doing anything wrong in order for Sharon to find something that they're doing offensive. Because I didn't do anything to her, and Nepatrish and Simca didn't do anything to her. And she does refer to them in a very derogatory manner. So I just want you guys to know how much I appreciate and respect you guys for remaining my friends. Because I know, unfortunately, it seems to be, I don't know, but I just want you guys to know that I truly, truly do appreciate and respect even the people who aren't speaking. I do respect and appreciate you being here. Um, and do know that you can make another account and come here um, and we'll understand. I'm free range. I'm free range. You guys don't think it's peaceful in the US, no? You think that everybody thinks that we're not peaceful here? Wow, that's so sad. I never thought of us as being not peaceful here. Some said she's going to make this work. No, but they will understand that even if your account is new, that I mean, look at me. If I can let Munchie come in here, right? I mean, there's a culture war. Really? You guys are like just learning me some new stuff here. A culture war? What is a culture war? I must just be a shut-in. All the new rules are new rules. At clones, absolutely, absolutely, nepotish, absolutely, yes, yeah, no clones, yeah, no. Absolutely. I mean, I think that there's a lot of great people that come and talk in my room, but I think that as being people who are have been and displayed such intelligence, such integrity, such um, have remained not partaking or picking sides. You know what I mean? That there's a lot of people in the community who are like that, who are. And I do want to say that A lot of the people who come in this room, like Missing Royalty, Simca, Nepatrish, Hidden Blessings, and a lot of people who come in this room are very respectable people and are they care about the world. I feel like if I ever became president or something like that, I would get rid. Hi, Dorothy. I would get rid of the parties, and I would just want to be a people's president, like Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt was a people's president. I think he was one of the best presidents ever. And I know that he ran under a Republican ticket, um, and but I do believe that he was a people's president and he did a lot of good things. William Weld, I think he was one of the best governors of Massachusetts, um, also Republican. You know, what does that mean? A pandemic? Oh, planned. Your husband died of COVID. It does separate families. Hi, Jennifer. I hear you say party. Oh, when I said the parties, I wouldn't have any parties. Well, I would have parties, but all lives do matter. All lives do matter, um, and I did so much research into the officer involved shootings that when I came across Tony Timpa, I feel like the whole George Floyd thing could have been avoided had they paid attention to Tony Timpa, but I don't think it mattered because he was white, in my opinion. Justine Diamond, also in Minneapolis, shot by a black police officer. Um, she actually is the one who set the precedent in Minneapolis for them to, you know, um, for them to charge and convict a police officer with a crime. Justine Diamond did that, not George Floyd. But then they called the law, the rule of George Floyd. But Justine Diamond, yeah, you should see her story. She called because she thought that there was an RAPE going on behind her house, and um, I did. Thank you, Jennifer. I did. And I'm dying to mod you, but then they were going, next thing she's gonna mod Jennifer. And I'm like, these people. I almost modded you that night when I was like, I like Jennifer W. Out of the blue. I'd mod everybody if I could. And I could. I could. So predictable. It's excluding white. What does it say? I think something was in the same force. That would be why there is no white in the force. Is that true? In the police force? I'll never stop laughing about that. Yeah, what's the problem? These ladies are just here practicing their routine. Like I could picture it in my head, us all practicing our routine, and Jennifer's just like saying, I think you guys should try it again. That doesn't look quite right. Then we come out. Start spreading the news. Bum, ba da bum, bum. We're leaving today. Bum, ba da bum, bum. Too many whites in it? Damn white people. I was just kidding. Just kidding. Now I'm getting silly. I'm all back into the dance routine. We'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. Bum, ba, bum, bum. We're kicking Rourke's ass. Bum, ba, bum, bum. Cause he rhymes with New York. Bum, ba, bum, bum. You're, ta- you're taking moon lessons? What are moon lessons? You guys gotta look up Tony Tempa and look at that video. Please say his name, Tony Tempa. New Rourke, New Rourke. If he can fake it there, he'll fake it anywhere. You smell like poo. New Rourke, New Rourke. Boom, ba, bum, 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 bum. It's really mean of me, and I thought he was my friend. I didn't mean a secular too. I don't know if Dorothy is secular, but if it isn't, that's fine too. But I forgive you, secular. I do. It was a while ago. Maybe he's changed his ways. He still always has come in here and still tried to make me feel part of the community and talks. I was just kidding. No, really. I do feel like, oh, okay, Dorothy. I'll just call you Dee Dee. Oh, okay. He could. See? See, secular? Just what Nepentures just said. Absolutely. You could add so much more to the conversation. And I think that's what drives me crazy because you keep repeating the same rhetoric. And I feel bad because I'm like, oh, man, I don't hate you. I just, uh, my edge. It's in the past. However, just That's okay. Imagine if your name was Dot Dotson, because Dorothy Dot is short for Dot. Dorothy, Dot is short for Dorothy. So if her name was Dottie Dotson, that'd be kind of funny. Dottie Dotson. I did. You're right. And you're still here, Dorothy. We'll just call you Dee Dee. Wouldn't that be cool though if we could all it's okay, Dorothy, don't worry about it. We're good. We're fine. Don't worry. It's okay. Yes. I like these ladies, man. Some top notch people. Very top notch people. And they mean a lot. You guys, I know it seems like contrary to what most people believe, but even though throughout a very hard time, um, I probably did display a lot of hate and anger towards certain people. Um, I don't really hate anybody. I don't like what I'm going through in life, but I'm still trying to keep a positive attitude about it, and I'm still praying. And uh, since nobody's tomorrow is guaranteed, I guess if God knew us before we were born, then He probably prepared us for our life's journey. And I do get a lot of positive feedback from people who I trust and respect. Listen, to remind me of that. And it helps. It's not in vain. I really do keep trying to remind myself to think positive and embrace positive thoughts and people who come my way and keep smiling. We are all a work in progress. But I don't believe that God would have made nothing less than a masterpiece. I don't think He makes mistakes. Hi, coward. So whatever we bring to each other, hi Dad the Ripper, I really hope that it's something positive that we all can embrace and grow grow from. And if, like Dionne Warwick said, and if there should ever come a day, or when I go away or whatever, or any of us go away, just close your eyes and remember how we feel today, and just live each day for the day. And it is what it is. It's life. How you make it. It's either what we choose to find in people that we embrace, or that we want to point out what's wonderful about people, because I really, really, truly believe that encouragement and compliments and kind words mean everything. They mean everything. They mean everything. None of us know anybody's. Wasn't it, Jennifer? I loved that part where she said that her and God were going through her DNA, and he pointed to a spot and he said, "You see that right there? That's me. I'm in you." I just love that part. Every once in a while, I guess I gotta remind myself to go back and rewatch things too. Like, and then it was recent that it was in that video that I heard first that statement um, of I knew you before you were born. And then recently, just as of yesterday, somebody I appreciate very much said to me, "God knew you before you were born," and reiterated to me something that I found so beautiful in that video of that lady with the near death experience. She reiterated to me that God knew me before I was born, and that I wasn't a mistake. I really appreciate that wholeheartedly. It's really good, isn't it? Not the trash. What was her name again? Oh my gosh. It was such a wonderful, wonderful. I, I've got it like on the tip of my tongue, the lady's name. These guys are very wonderful people. Give me a second. I gotta blow my nose. It is our own mind half the time, Simca. Like we're our own worst enemy. But it's real easy to to uh get lost a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I can't think of the right words I want to say, but it is so easy to get lost in the angst of life and be like, oh, maybe God's forgotten about me. Maybe God doesn't like me. Maybe God, you know what I mean? And then it takes good people, um, like yourselves, and even me sometimes, to remind people that, nah, you're wonderful. You're wonderful. Okay, not the truth. We appreciate you being here, Dad the Ripper. I appreciate that our conversation um, inspired you to contribute to the conversation because I love our conversations. Yesterday, Coward said it's not the world that's wrong. I forget exactly the words you said, Coward, but you said something. It's not the world that's broken, or it's the people. The Serenity Prayer is in the Bible? Is it really, Coward? Not as I would have it. The simple world as it is, not as I would have it. Yes. You guys are just wonderful. And you make me appreciate things that are sometimes lost to me, you know? It's tough. I'm not making any excuses. I'm really not. Um, but I'm scared to death. But I do want to keep a positive outlook and prayers, and I do believe miraculous things. I do believe in miracles for the world, for everyone. I do believe in them, and mm, I don't know, keeping on for all of us. Well, I hope you believe in something, Dorothy. Thank you, Jennifer. I had a feeling you were looking it up. Thank you. The near-death experience of Penny Whitbread. Yes, I love how she's such a great speaker. I was watching a movie. It was called A Knock at the Cabin. If anybody gets a chance to watch it, It's called A Knock at the Cabin. It's not like there's like some great message and um in in the movie. It's a good movie. Um Kind of scary, but there's one part where this nurse is talking to one of the people there, and she's talking about her father, um, and he said to her, "It's good to believe in yourself, but it's good to believe in something that isn't you. It's good to believe in something that isn't you." That's what I mean, the movie was a good movie, great acting in it, great movie. It's called A Knock at the Cabin, but what really stuck with me was that monologue, that monologue of the lady where she was talking about, her dad telling her it's good to believe in yourself, but it's good to believe in something that isn't you. I don't know, Dorothy. Hi, Mandy. Yeah, if you weren't a believer, and I can understand that. And Dad the Ripper. I myself was since I was 16. I'll tell you what, Dad the Ripper. When I was 16 and my sister had passed away, and I think I've told this story before, but her boyfriend from when she was 18, who had become a missionary, who goes around, teaching the word to third world countries, was reading from this Bible. And I had this cat that had scratched itself raw on its neck. One of the last pictures of my sister is her holding the cat, Smokey, and he's got the band-aid around his neck. We had taken him to the vet and everything, and couldn't figure out what was going on. And um, I was very angry because I thought God had killed my spirit. Dad the Ripper, watch that. Is there anybody who could look that up? The near death experience of. Is anybody could look that up for me and drop that link of Penny Whitbrat? Could anybody drop that link for that particular video? The near death experience of Penny Whitbrat. Dad the Ripper, you should watch it because you'd really, really. I think the woman is a wonderful. The way she tells the story, I believe her. I believe her, Dad the Ripper. I believe her. And when they're going through, she says God takes her through her DNA. And he says, "Look, right there, there's me. I'm there. I'm in you." You know? It's really a brilliant, brilliant documentary. A near death experience of Penny Whitbrat. And please watch it. It's not a waste of time. It is not a waste of time to watch it. It is so comforting. I found it very comforting. Thank you, Nepatrish. Oh, thank you, Howard. Thank you. They look like it is not a waste of time, is it, Jennifer? God, it is not. It's so comforting when I watch that. I've watched it more than once. I watched it more than once now. And that woman, I believe her. I believe her. I truly believe her. So please watch it. And yeah, it's a little over an hour long. Yeah. And she's from Michigan originally. And man, what a great story. The lady is just very believable. She's a nurse. Um, and we do put our hope in God, and I do think that there is it's something to believe in. Which, when we think about life and everything, I think by the grace of God, the first time around I beat cancer, and I think by the grace of God, the second time around I will beat cancer. And if I don't, I believe that I would be with, and it would be okay. But it is definitely comforting to believe in Him. I'm pretty sure He doesn't hate me. He's not punishing me. I think you guys are wonderful. Don't ever change unless it's to get even better. And if God isn't real, then explain beauty, right? That's what Penny said. She said, if God isn't real, then explain beauty. Like everything could just be black and white, but it isn't. There's beauty, and there's yeah, who knows if cancer even existed back then in biblical times, because they weren't digging in the earth and they weren't making cell phones and like, watch that watch that documentary, Dorothy, just for the heck of it. Just watch it. Just for the heck of it. Just for the heck of it. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna get something to eat. Uh, Kindness is free. Encouragement means everything at any age. Just tell somebody something, make them believe that they can do it. And and seriously, your words matter, just like God's words matter. Our words matter. Yes, Jennifer, absolutely. I don't think she's trying to talk ugly, but it might have sounded ugly because she said a man playing the harp. Because I don't think God is playing the harp, but I just believe that if he did play the harp, it would be beautiful music. Music to our ears. Here. We're dancing here, Simka. Peace, love, and tacos. United we stand, divided we fall. Chin up, keep keeping on. Steel sharpens steel. And I just can't give up now. Because I know that God is with me, and I don't believe He's brought me this far to leave me. Thank you, Jennifer. We appreciate your constructive criticism of our routines. Dad the Ripper, we could use another male here for the spins. For the spins. Dorothy, just watch that video. You might like it. Spend a little time watching it. You might get a little comfort from it. But we appreciate you, Dorothy. I love you guys. Peace, love, and tacos. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Appreciate you more than you know. We do need a spinner. Poor coward can't be the only one lifting us up and spinning us around. Wearing a sequin vest. Believe in God for me, Dorothy. I need all the prayers I can get. We all do. Peace, love, and tacos. You're wonderful people.